Hello guys. So I've been working on this build for a couple of days now because the many people has this issue with survivability. And as you can see on this video showcase, there is pretty sick build. That's by the way the simulacrum 45% and like the full juiced map. And as you can see, it's performing really well. But as you can see, there is a problem with the HP, right? And this is full berserk mode where you can just run through the mobs and kill everything, and it performs quite well. It performs quite well on any difficulty of the map whatsoever, and it's also kill the bosses easily. But the survivability is a huge concern of mine, and these people actually have this problem. So when you hit the obstacle, you might die. Like even I can die like this. I'm gonna die like really quick. Boom, and I'm dead. So we're gonna actually fix this. Okay, so how are we gonna fix this? The first thing first, I made the major updates to the build, uh, and I would manage to save a lot of skill points, which allow us to take extra 1+1 of the jewel, which is for the cheap version, it's going to be the recover maximum life on kill, but we're gonna go back to this. So, how we can improve this life, right? And the many people has this issue, and the build performing really well. It got a lot of damage, so people didn't have the problem with the damage whatsoever. They have the problem with survivability. So what we actually do, we're gonna do two things. We're gonna increase our HP by this, changing the stats and the passive nodes, and we also gonna add the wind dancer. To pay attention that the wind dancer itself didn't actually helps you. It didn't defend you, but it helps you to not get staggered. So, for example, if the mob will hit you like multiple times, they stagger you, and when they stagger you, they may kill you. This will prevent you from death. So, all the mobs who hit you gonna explode. The back of mobs were gonna explode. So, what we actually gonna do with our build? So, first thing first, what we need to do is remove those points. Those lightning points we do not actually need because it's excessive damage that basically for mapping we do not need at all. What we need is survivability and HP. So how we can do that? We can do that by adding the passive skill tree. In our passive skill tree, we can add the node which calls unbending, the gem enthusiast. Oh, by the way, yeah, and we're gonna remove this and this. So we're gonna do this, and now we have one more option to add a chakra of life, which is also is crucial for us, and we actually want to do that. We want to do that, but we need to remove some of the spells, some of the nodes, right? But all nodes are kind of important for us. So what we actually want to do with that? What we want to do is remove the attack speed nodes, which is those ones. We want to remove that. We want to remove this, this, and this, right? And then we're gonna move to this. 1, 2, 3, 4. And we have this maximum life. We actually didn't lose that quite of attack speed, right? It's not a huge loss. It was 12,006 and now it's 1176. What is our primary target here is actually to get in the threshold of 10. Attack per second should be 10. Like that is the maybe 9, but that's the bare minimum. So what we're going to do? right? We still have one skill point that we can allocate. So what we're gonna do, we actually change the skill tree, the attributes of the skill tree. We change it to the strength. Our primary idea is to increase our life. We do not need that much of a dexterity to become like the huge, like the absolutely huge machine, like the berserker mode machine. Like uh, for a mapping, all what you need to do is complete the map and do not die. So what we're gonna do, we're gonna remove all of those dexterity points and allocate them to strength. So our idea is put dexterity to the probably around 320, like this, 320, right? So what we have here, we have 10, 10.2 attack per second, which is enough. Look at this, it's pretty much enough. For your mapping, it's pretty much enough. But you have 4k life now. And here's the catch as well. What we will need to increase our HP more. This belt, uh, which treats the gems as it was the body armor. What we will need for here is to actually put increase life. This gem, this gem, 3% increase maximum life, which means that this belt only gives you 12% of increased maximum life. And what do we have here? We will have the life above 4,500. What has happened in the chat? So we have like 4,500 of the HP. There is no damage whatsoever who can actually kills you with that amount of HP. And you still keep your attack per second above the threshold. And even if you do not, like it's going to be like 9 or even it can be 8, it doesn't actually matter. Your damage is pretty much excessive for the maps. You can also clear the maps super easy. So when you do that, you will be able to actually sustain your HP, even if someone like also pay attention that these 3% of the damage taken recouped as life. It's also give us some defense, and also this what is that? This increase maximum life, and it increased threshold for each time you've been hit by enemy recently up to 100%, which means that you can't be staggered whatsoever. You can't be staggered, and it gives you the strength and the strength threshold. This is how it is. This is how it's gonna work. Now, regarding the Wind Dancer, the last part of the of this. So the Wind Dancer is actually a pretty good thing for us, although we didn't have any evasion whatsoever. It's still good for us because the any mob who hits you gonna explode and take everyone with him when he dies because of the overkill damage from our trample toe. So what we have here is the Wind Dancer. The Wind Dancer itself can be obtained by removing, as you remember from our last build, we run with cannibalism, right? We run with the cannibalism. This cannibalism have the 30 spirit reservation, which says 3% of maximum life recovered on kill, right? But since we change our tree and we save a lot of points, we open plus one plus one spot for the jewel, plus one slot for the jewel. This jewel, uh, on me it's the full DPS jewel, full DPS, but for you it can be recover maximum life on kill, like recover maximum life on kill. So from the jewel you can, but make sure it's 2% only. It's 2%. That is important to have 2% only of the maximum life on kill. And in my case, I bought. Oh, also, this is not neat. This is excessive as well. Plus 3 level of all bone shadow. That's it's excessive and super expensive. So you can actually put some kind of a this jewel for the damage instead of the bone shadow, and we'll be happy with it. So in my case, I just trade the Heart of Well, and I've got, if you remember, I've got the same Heart of Well, same extra cold, extra lightning, and attack speed. But instead of the chance of inflicting the ailments, I put the recover of maximum life on kill. That I need for sustain my HP and do not get instantly killed. As you can saw on the video that I showed in the beginning. So yeah, I'm using this now, and with that HP, with that amount of HP, and pay attention that I didn't even use the this darkness entrant find belt with at 12% maximum life, right? So it's gonna increase my life to the 5k almost, like 4,500 I would say. And of course, this body armor is also I actually, if you like to feel that 4,500 HP or 5k HP is not enough for you, you can go with the Grand Regalia, which gives you a lot of HP by adding the increased maximum life into the sockets. So there is a lot of room for improvement, but main thing is the belt and the body armor. The body armor, I would say you will need something like this for body armor. I'm gonna show you. So this, what you're going to need is, of course, spirit. Spirit. Also, we will need rune sockets 5. Also, we will need resistances per socketed field. And this is the actually, I would recommend you to take all attributes. I recommend you to go like this. So as you can see, there is also you need the bare minimum for you is at least 9 spirit. That is the bare minimum, and 6% of elemental res. So as you can see, it's not that expensive, but it will help you to improve your survivability by a lot. If you can manage, if you have the currency, you can go for this. It's, of course, it's a lot more expensive, but that's not the case now. This is more to the min-max idea. What we need to is to improve our HP, and we're going to be able to do that. So our life is going to be 5k or maybe more. And as you can see, the attack speed still remains the same. So this is basically what we need. And yeah, this is how you do it. I also put my actual build state in the description, and I also add the high HP survivability build in the description as well. So you will be able to compare them and to see what fits you better, because the amount of currency that you need to spend on is pretty much above 10 or 15 divines, and those 15 divines is actually because of the soul core of Jiquani. They cost like 550 each. So yeah, this is how you improve your build. Do not mind those vulnerability and all the skills. They do not matter. What is must matter is that I improved the lightning warp by adding the Ultra Exodus, which gives me a lot of damage, like almost like the double my damage from the lightning warp. And when you do the bossing, you also do the same. You just put this, as you can see, it's level 32. You just remove for the Cyan Temper is only for mapping. So you do this, and you have like a 35 level of arc, and you just melt the boss like instantly. So this is how you do it. So yeah, guys, if you have any questions so far, ask me in the comments or add me in the game, and I'm gonna help you with the build, and I'm gonna go through the old breakpoints if you have some problems with that. Cheers. Oh, and also I forgot to add the one important thing. If you didn't have enough of currency to make like a recovery life on kill jewel, you can reallocate the anointment of the from the dynamism to two options. Either the immortal infamy or where is that thing? Behemoth, which gives us 3% increase maximum life as well. So it's basically up to you. Or life from death. So yeah, that is the full uh, survivability mode that will allow you to not die. But pay attention to one thing. You can sustain your DPS in order to not lose the HP. So you either go for the full berserk mode and you just clear the maps in the 30 seconds, or you're gonna slow down, add some points to the health, and min max in there. So if you want, if you feel that you are feel yourself fine and comfortable with 4K life, then do not need to put some more points or work towards the adding the health. For me, for example, I feel myself pretty fine on 3K HP because I know how to run the maps. But that's usually personal, and that's the unique approach to the build. So you can master it and min max it yourself.